Yo, what's up, Epic Jamesers? I don't know how the audio might start, I don't really care. We're gonna be reviewing all of the Pokemon starters. From S to E. I don't know if we're gonna utilize all these categories. Can we get rid of some of these? Like, can we just... Yeah, let's just delete some of these categories. Let's see, so we're gonna say, Epic. Good. Average. Bad. Bastardization of the Pokemon franchise. Alright guys, so I think I've listed these in the correct order, generation wise. Could be wrong. Because I don't care about the later generations, so yeah. Alright, first up guys, Gen 1. Bulbasaur. Number 1. Solid number 1. This guy, pretty much the best starter. Especially compared to all the grass type ones, there's not even anything that comes close to this buddy. Maybe Trico, but you know, very interesting typing. You know, when he grows up, you know, poison grass. And I think, in my opinion, one of the best mega designs too. Nothing bad to say about this guy. He goes in the epic tier. He's the best starter there is. Like, that's just it. Squirtle. Now this guy's kind of cringe, in my opinion. Only people like him is because Ash had one, and but he's not terrible. I mean, pretty much all the other water types. Having like being like kind of a rapid spinner is kind of cool. And all the other stars, none of them really use rapid spin. I think Froakie can maybe, but so that is cool. But yeah, again, just not that solid. I think, you know, it's a turtle. You know, it's like we have enough. Like, I don't even know. That's not even. I don't care about turtles, man. Anyway, you're going the average. You're not terrible. This Charmander. A lot of people like him. A lot of people hate him because you know, people like him, bro. And I'm gonna have to put him up on good, because even though Charizard has 800 forms, Charmander's pretty slick, you know. All right. Now you into Chikorita. No, I actually like Chikorita a lot from a design perspective, because starts off a leaf, evolves, turns into a flower, bro. That's pretty cool. I think it's probably one of the the weakest starter, maybe. Just looking at all the other ones, like, it is pretty terrible, stat wise, move wise. Game's never really had any stuff behind it, you know. So, whilst I do like it, and its evolution is pretty cool, it's kind of not that great, so we're going to put it on average. Next up, Totodile. Totodile's the boy. Frogger looks badass. One of the most badass looking starters, I'd say. Great moves and shit. Crunch, man, you know, like, yeah, I don't know, like, Gen 2 starters were really well designed, I think. And I think you're gonna go in the good tier. I'm not, like, ordering them in here. Good is good, right? It's not like Charmander's bad, and just so you're aware. Cyndaquil. A lot of people like Cyndaquil. I think it's kind of cringe. I think Cyndaquil is saved hard by its evolutions. I think Typhlosion is one of the best designs they've ever done. You know, it's like, I mean, maybe there are supposed to be a specific animal, but I have no idea what it is, and I think, you know, I can't say there's anything else like Typhlosion, you know what I mean? I think it's just one of the coolest designs. It's like iconic, and it has to go in the epic tier, even though Cyndaquil itself is kind of lame in my opinion, and looks a bit cringe. It feels more like a baby Pokemon than a starter Pokemon, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Anyways. Now we're gonna go to Trico. I think Gen 3 is the most, like, soulful design, I'd say. in terms of, I feel like whoever drew these really fucking gave a shit about them. Like, you know, you can say the same for some other ones, right? But like, Gen 1, I mean, they were just putting whatever in the game. Gen 2, I feel like they probably felt they had to put more stars in. But Gen 3, like, you know, even though the designs are simple, I think they are all incredibly good. I think Trico is one of the most cool designed Pokemon ever. I think its evolutions are even cooler. I think Mega Sceptile's a bit lame, I'll be honest. Kind of Christmas tree looking ass. But besides that, I think this guy, he makes all of the epic tier easy, you know? Like, he's just awesome. Especially the second evolution, man. Like, nothing bad about this guy. He was in the epic tier too. So just do that real quick. Torchic, again. Very simple design. Just a little chicken. But you know, Combuskin and Blaziken are like two of the coolest fucking Pokemon ever. And so is Torchic in my opinion. Chicken that kicks. Bigger chicken that kicks. I don't even know what Blaziken's meant to be, but it kicks. It's fucking cool. I don't think there's anything that replicates it even close. I think even, was it Hitmonlee that kicks? I don't think it even comes close, even though that's fucking based around kicking, right? Half say Torchic also was an epic tier. Mudkip, I do think Mudkip's probably the worst out of Gen 3. However, Gen 3 is completely godlike in my opinion. For starters anyways, not the games, who gives a fuck with the games. But, sort of feels like, in my opinion, I feel like Trico and Torchic sort of have like a way to go, you know? They're sort of more interesting in my opinion. Whereas I feel like Mudkip, like you pick it if you want to surf, and the only moves you really use are Waterfall and Earthquake. I think also it adds sort of a bad rep because, you know, the Mudkip memes. Overall, I like him still a lot though. I think he's gonna have to go in the good tier. Don't worry, there will be some bad ones. You know, if you want foreshadowing, just wait until you get to about here exactly, and then you'll start seeing some bad ones. Turtwig, I do think his evolutions are pretty cool. I feel like for a start, it's kind of lame. It's kind of like it looks like a tank, and it's not even that great of a tank. You know, Torterra and that. Although I do think, you know, having a tree going on you is pretty badass, and I feel like it's obviously to an extent going down this line of like Chicory and Bulbasaur, where they have a plant on them, turn into a bigger plant kind of deal, right? And I don't know, that's a cool design, and I feel like Chespin and whatever the fuck this guy's called would have been heavily benefited from something like that in terms of design. I don't think he's that great though. However, I do think keeping with the tree theme is pretty good. Pretty weak as far as I'm concerned, right? I'm gonna put him in the average tier. I think it's pretty good, but at the same time, it's forgettable. Like, I feel like I wouldn't forget my boy. Don't get me wrong. I'm like really smart, but I feel like for you brainlets out there, you might even forget this guy exists. So he's gonna go in the average tier. Now Piplup. Currently dating someone that likes Piplup, so it kind of has to go a little higher than I'd put it. But Penguin, pretty cool. Although there's been some new Penguin Pokemon for some reason, don't know why they returned to that. Empoleon, badass. Is this the best starter in that gen? I don't know. Infernape's pretty good too in terms of stats. It's more of a tank thing, kind of, right? I'm pretty sure. In terms of that, yeah. So I think it's gonna go in the good tier. I think, whilst it's an interesting design, like Water Steel, which I do think is a very interesting design actually, it kind of doesn't have the wow factor, in my opinion. I feel like its later evolutions are a bit stale looking, in my opinion. They look kind of cool, but they're a bit stale, you know, compared to some of the stuff the other Pokemon turns to. You know, it's like when you're going against a fucking tree in your gen, you know what I mean? You kind of have to hold that back up, and but I think overall it's gonna go to the good tier. Now, Chimchar. As a youngin, I got this guy and this guy confused a lot. The old Chimchar into a Charmander combo. And, yeah, one time I took my copy of Pokemon Gold into primary school, and, you know, yeah, hacked the Pokédex. I had to complete it all. I had one of each Pokemon in the old box. And I was showing it off, you know, one of the girls caught wind of this and they wanted to see the Chimchar. And, you know, so, you know, I do have to look out for him in that regard. However, I was also like 9 and nothing really came of it, and they just kind of went away after they saw the Chimchar, so it really didn't do that much for me. But, anyways, Infernape's awesome. Punch Monkey, pretty good. Nothing else really to say. I mean, he's kind of cool in the anime. I think that's like one of the last animes I really saw much of. And I think he's gonna have to go in the good tier. Snivy. I'm gonna move this here, just to sort of show what's gonna be happening on the later things. I think Snivy's pretty cool. I think you gain stats instead of losing stats thing is an interesting design. Although I think the fact that they've only really given Leaf Storm to utilize that is kind of cringe. I also think Snivy in itself is kind of a lame design. It looks kind of like a posh thing that turns into, like, you know, I don't know what its evolutions are, but sorry guys, I had to burp. I just ate lasagna. But he turns into a long boy snake, which is kind of cool, and I do think there was some thought behind his design. So I think he's gonna go in the good tier too. Now with Oshawott, I think the Samurot's one of the coolest starters. Well, one of the coolest Pokemon that evolves from a starter. I think Oshawott is a really interesting design too. I think Samurott is, I mean, overall, like, there's nothing bad about Oshawott. Like, Oshawott's going in the epic tier. Like, so there's nothing to even review. Like, I don't really know what animal this is supposed to be, but I don't really care either. It's cute, it's good, it turns into something badass. That's what you like to see. I mean, that's pretty much what these guys are, you know what I mean? It's like, they all turn into badass shit, you know? Tepig. I don't know why they decided a pig would be what they went with. It's not the worst, don't get me wrong, it gets worse down the line. But it's kind of lame, in my opinion. And it's a pig. We had a couple pigs, Grumpig and all that nonsense. Yeah, it's just feels like one of the early uninspired designs, and I think Gen 5 has, hot take, pretty much the best designs in the series overall, especially when it comes to the legendaries and such. I think the only thing that even holds a candle to it is Mewtwo, but, like, you know, Zekrom, Reshiram, all that shit, they're all fucking badass as fuck. I think this was a mistake to put this in the game. I feel like this could have been anything else. So he's going in the bad. Not quite terrible yet, but Chespin, again, it looks kind of cute, but I'm not really sure what animal it's supposed to be. And it just evolves into kind of some weird nonsense that has a move called Spiky Shield, I think, which is slow. It's meant to be like slow and hard hitting, but it doesn't really achieve that. It looks kind of lame in the start. It's weak. I think maybe its evolution was using comp for a bit because of Spiky Shield nonsense and being a tank. Again, just kind of the, like, I look at most of the grass types, and despite them being in, you know, between these three, I think all of the grass types are designed particularly well, besides Snivy in its base form, right? I think the rest of them are designed, in terms of art, like, really fucking good. I feel like this guy, I mean, dude, it's a monkey with a hat on it. Like, okay, plant, leaf snake, leaf badass thing that I don't know what it is, but at least it stays green, right? You know, you can say it takes off from the plant designs, and it does, although it starts turning more planty in its Grovyle form and such. But this, I mean, it has a hat that's green. It's gonna go in the bastardization of the Pokemon franchise. For okay, I think this guy gets a little overrated because of Greninja. Although I do think the overall is pretty good design, and I think like this is what Gen 6 really should be based around. Like he's pretty much the most badass Pokemon in Gen 6, which is not saying much, but yeah, I think changing types when you do a move is cool. It's like Kecleon. I think frogs are cool. I think its moveset is awesome. I don't like Greninja Ash Bonded or whatever. I think that's stupid. But overall, I think it kind of has to go in the epic tier too, really. Like, even though I think it's overrated a little bit, it is that good. Fennekin. I think Fennekin foxes are cute, or whatever they're fucking called. Whatever the shit this was based on. However, besides its cuteness form and its space form, its cuteness factor and its base form, it has nothing. It is a furry bullshit Pokemon. It turns into a psychic fire type, which is just, you know, trash. I mean, you know, it's like we already have a fox, Ninetales. It has some psychic moves. The hypnosis is round every time, right? It's lame. It's uninspired. It's furry bait bullshit trash garbage, and it belongs right along with Jaspin. Rowlet. I don't know why everyone liked this nonsense bullshit. I think they liked it pretty much just for the Smash Bros factor. They wanted it in Smash Bros. I'm pretty sure that's the main thing. I think its design is cringe. I don't get it. It's lame. It offers nothing cool, nothing unique. It feels another along the lines of Chespin, where actually it's just a bird with a little bit of green on it. Nothing really thought out in terms of that. I think it's just bad. There's enough owl Pokemon already. I think Noctowl shits on this. I think Hoot Hoot shits on this. I think it's going in the bastardization. Popplio. I think this was the saving grace of this generation of Pokemon. My opinion. It's cute. It evolves into something like Primarina or whatever, which is cool, and I think looks like, you know, a really good Pokemon. Also, I feel like, you know, on this gen, I feel like I wish they just changed what types you started with. Like, I feel like clearly with these two, they were getting pretty uninspired. And Popplio's the only cool one. And, you know, wait, no, this isn't even the same gen. I mean, well, you can tell with that anyway, they're getting pretty uninspired, but yeah. I feel like they probably should have started changing around then, if I'm going to be honest. I will say Popplio's going to go in the average tier, because, I mean, it doesn't really, like, Primarina, while it's cool looking, it's nothing memorable, you know? Like, I can remember what all these things look like. I just remember it's like a white seal looking thing, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Litten. Overrated nonsense bullshit wrestler Pokemon. Put into Smash Bros. Don't care. It's just bad. It's a cat that turns into a weird wrestler cat. I love wrestling. I don't like this cat. I think this is bad. I don't think it's the worst. I think it's at least a cool original take. Even though Hawlucha, I think, is the better, like, sort of, like, wrestling style Pokemon. And it's cooler in every single way, and its moveset's more interesting, and it's not a starter, although, you know, maybe it should have been, who knows. But, yeah, Litten, dumb name, dumb everything, but at least they tried. It's gonna go in the bad tier. Now these guys. They at least turned back to making it green, but I mean, it's just leaves, and then it turns into kind of a tree thing with drums. I don't know why it's playing drums. It's like, you know, the same bullshit with Alakazam and spoons. It's like, why does it have drums? It's pretty bad. It honestly doesn't even look like a starter. I feel like these two, especially, don't even look like Pokemon really at this point. And I know for that, it's certainly the best realization. Slopple. I don't know how this passed anything. Just look up its evolutions, and then just realize, like, that made it past testing. That somebody drew this and got paid. It's quite incredible. It looks dumb. It is dumb. Its root evolution is the skinniest, lankiest boy. It's cringe. And this guy, people like it because it's Smash Bros. Again. It's just a fire version of Lopunny, and it's bad and not good. And Pyro Ball's cool. Doesn't save it. I think it looks not very cool. I think the final evolution of this looks more like a Digimon, if I'm gonna be honest. Whilst I do kinda don't mind its design, it's just weird. I don't know why it's completely white. Anyway, it's gonna go there. Now, this is the non-debatable tier list. As in it's correct. So if you want to dispute that, you're wrong. And I look forward to your thoughts in the comments. So hope you enjoyed the video, Epic Gamers, and see you next time.